What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the Dark Knight Trilogy Batman life-size half-torso bust by Infinity Studios X Penguin Toys. This one shows limited to 500, although I know it's 350 for international and I believe 150 for like China. But here he is. We've been waiting quite some time since they've teased this. I would say well over a year. And it's finally up for PO. Christian Bale, massive piece, 35.67 inches high, 26 wide, 24, almost 25 deep. So big boy, not quite as big as the Ben Affleck one, really just because of Ben Affleck's pose. Having his arms front and back, but it really is the same size, like nearly the same height. It's just he's not wearing his cowl, but it's a big boy for sure. And here he is. So overall, I think the likeness is really good. I would put this at least at 90%. In my opinion, this is a better likeness than Queen, J&D, or Prime 1. I've read some people who've commented they think the likeness is off, and people are super critical on Bale's likeness. I seem to find all statues of Bale look like him, and they all look pretty decent. Like, I don't think his likeness is that hard to get, but I do think this is one of the best likenesses I've seen on Bale for sure. They got his mole in the eye, all the wrinkles and the skinks. This is from The Dark Knight Rises, so it's like the older one. Obviously looks absolutely fantastic. Looks like a real human with the hand punched hair, glass eyes, silicone skin. So very impressive silicone portrait. So conceptually, I do like the concept holding the Batman cowl, especially since I already have a Batman bust with the cowl on. This one kind of makes sense. Now, one thing I don't like is how they don't give you a good visual of the base. Like, all the photos are kind of dark. I don't like that at all, honestly. It's like, I can't see what the heck this base is. Now, they advertise it as a tumbler base, but you can't see anything. Now, I do like the overall look and pose of it. However, the problem with the pose as well is he's blocking his costume. Similar to like the Queen Wonder Woman. So there's a pro and a con, Ideally, I would also love like a swap out portrait and swap out arms. Not having him hold his cowl, having a cowl head, and having additional arms, like one holding his grappling gun up in the air and the other maybe hand on the hip or just hand down or something. Grabbing his belt or something, grabbing a, batarang from his belt. But yeah, his cowl's blocking a lot of the detail on his like lower chest right here, like the belly and the base. But it doesn't block like as much as Queen Wonder Woman. Like, she blocks like 90% of her chest area, where he blocks probably 30%. The armor does look extremely well done. I love the look of the armor, and I love Bale's armor. I always thought it looked so good. The tactical look, very realistic. Yeah, and here they're kind of showing without the cowl in the hand, so you can really see what it looks like. Very cool, no doubt. It's a big one. It's very impressive. I think overall Infinity did an amazing job. Now it's priced at $4,200. So they have increased price since the last one. This is one of their first silicone half torsos that is truly over 4,000. Most of them have always been like 3,999. This one's 4,205. Although some websites have it at like 4,500. It's weird. Some of them, like even retailers, I see them putting at 4,500, but then they discount it to 4,200, saying there's a limited time discount or whatever. But in reality, it's $4,200. Now, this is plus tax and shipping. So, anywhere you got this is going to be a $4,500 bust or more. So it's very expensive for sure. Yeah, on the back of the base, they do have like a, what looked like the engine of the Batmobile, the Tumbler, which looked really cool. I didn't see a photo there, but it has a decently low edition size. However, Infinity has been known to make more than what they do based off how many they're selling. So it's kind of hard to trust Infinity Studios edition sizes, because they lowered on some, they raised on others. So even though this says 500, 350 international, they could easily make 750 of these. I don't really trust Infinity Studios on that type of stuff. And in general, I do feel like their company is a little bit shady. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of their business. But their products are absolutely amazing. So 4,200 ships in March 2024. I would throw another year on top of that. It takes them usually 2 to 3 years to make these silicones. I don't think they've ever delivered a single one actually on time. So, yeah, they're definitely not going to deliver that in May of 2024. I would maybe say potentially December, but if not, 2025. Now, here's a photo next to my Catwoman bust. So you guys know I have Catwoman, I have Joker. So, obviously, it looks very good next to Catwoman. Bale's good height, taller, as he should be. But, yeah, overall, it's definitely a very impressive bust. I think it's one of their better busts they've honestly done. I think overall from Infinity, I would probably put this as one of their, let me think, Bale, Mara, and Khaleesi are probably my 3 favorite they've done. Well, technically 3 I don't own. The 3 I don't own. But I would say those 3 are 3 of the better ones I've seen for sure. So that begs the question, will Flankster be getting this bust? Now, I have Joker, I have Catwoman. So, technically, if I removed Bane, I could throw the Batman Bale bust right there. 100%, easily done deal. And of course, the Bale bust is going to be more impressive than Bane. So, but I'm also, trying to think up strategies on how I'm going to fit Mara bust. Because looking at Mara and J&D Mara does have a slight head tilt, like head tilted down. There's just no chance I'm putting that down low. And the bust itself is about as tall as Catwoman, and there's no way to put Catwoman down low. And I think Mara looks better than Catwoman and Harley. So I'm like, yeah, Mara has to go top shelf. And the only way that's going to work is right there, and then Harley, and then Catwoman, which leaves no space for a Bale bust. So definitely trying to think up strategies on how I can do this. But I'm not going to pre-order the Bale bust. I don't think it'll sell out. It's these $4,500 busts aren't selling out anymore. It's just so much money, and there's such a limited market, especially with the economy, which I believe will worsen this year. So I just don't foresee this selling out. I mean, J&D always claims their things sell out, and here's the thing. They may have sold, call it 200 on their website, and then the other 800 went to retailers and distributors, and it's available at every one of those. So it's not truly sold out. So, yeah, that's all they're just trying to hype everything. But, I really do want the Bale bust for sure. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. It's way different than that Batman bust. And it'd give me, I think it looked really good next to the Prime 1, because Prime 1's a big 1/3. It's 31 or 32 inches tall. And so the Bale being a larger bust than both Joker and Catwoman, I think it would look really good because he's the biggest of the 1/3, so he'd deserve the biggest bust. So, ideally, if I could find hypothetically, if I did put Mara down low, then I could obviously put the Bale bust right there where Bane is at. Although, if we extend this out to a 60-inch, remove that 1/3 thing, I could put the Bane there, Batman bust. That would technically fit. And I probably will be changing this out to a 60-inch, I figure. So, but yeah, I definitely do want it. I will say that. I definitely want it. I really like it. I used to own the Sideshow Bale bust, but that thing sucked. The eyes were garbage. The mouth was garbage. It was small. But I love Bale. So, and I'm such a big fan of the Dark Knight movies. You know, those are that's my Batman growing up, was Bale's movies, not Keaton. And I know most people, the Keaton's their favorite, not for me, Bale. And then Affleck is a very close second. But overall, Bale movies are my favorite Batman movies. So I definitely do want this bust, but I'm not pre-ordering it. And I'm at this point in my statue collecting where I'm not pre-ordering pretty much anything outside of 3 statues. Prime 1, Terminator, 2 line. Those are the only 3 statues I'm going to PO. And if Prime 1 does Last of Us, you know, and Tomb Raider. That's pretty much it. Like, those would be the 5 statues I'm going to pre-order at this moment. Everything else, I will, like, let's say, even if I do want it, I will not pre-order it. I will wait until it's in stock and then buy it. Just because there's nothing extremely, you know, especially on these Infinity busts, I don't think you really need to pre-order these anymore. Wonder Woman has been the only Infinity bust that's truly, like, sold out and been hard to get. Outside of that, every single Infinity bus is easily obtainable. Easily. You know, even to this day, like some of the sold out ones, they're pretty easy to get. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think of this Bale Batman. Do you plan to PO it? And, you know, do you think it's going to sell out? If you are planning on pre-ordering through Sideshow, please use the links below, as it does help the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one, which is going to be Ghostface on Tuesday. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.